Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's session. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. Hi, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining. So, as you know, today we're in the seventh week where we're going to explore the seventh energy center, which is the Sahasrara. So, just to give a quick introduction, my name is Anusha. I have been practicing Sahaja Yoga meditation since I was 5 years old. It has benefited me in so many different ways, and I think all through college, all through school, it's just given me a way of managing my stress. It's as human beings, it is completely natural that we all are stressed out, and this stress occurs because of thinking. And doing this meditation is a really nice way to understand yourself, go deeper within yourself, and then manage that stress or that thinking. So, this is Sahaj Yoga Meditation. Welcome again. If this is your first time, welcome to Sahaj Yoga Meditation. If you've been here before, thanks again for joining. Um, so let's jump right into it. So just to give a quick introduction about what Sahaj Yoga is a meditation technique which is a little unique from the different other meditations that you may have heard of or you may have practiced before. Sahaj Yoga uses this technique called self-realization, where we try to awaken this Kundalini energy within us. So the Kundalini energy within us is basically, as human beings, it is something that is within all of us. It's just innate, it's born with us, and it stays throughout our lives in us. But when we're kids, this energy is in a heightened state or it's more awakened. And over time, as we grow up, we start developing this ego. We start making decisions for ourselves. Um, we start becoming our own person. And what happens is the Kundalini energy, it goes into a dormant state. So and this Kundalini energy before that was at the top of our head. And if you observe children, their scalp is very soft. That's the reason, that's because their Kundalini energy is awakened and it is always in that state above the seventh energy channel. So what happens over time is the scalp becomes hard and the energy, it goes and it sits in a dormant state. And where it sits is at the base of our spine. So, through this technique called self realization, we are going to awaken this energy and it is going to go through all of the energy centers. And again, the same state that the children have. And the benefits of doing this, like why do we have to awaken this energy within us? So, in short, we're all part in, we're all a part of this earth or the part of this nature, a part of everything. So, what happens is when we awaken this energy, it passes through all of the energy centers. And at the top of our head, this is all very symbolic. So, it passes through all of the energy centers and it gets connected with the energy all around us. So, the word sahaja is something that's born within us. So, this energy that's born within us. And sahaja also means spontaneous. And these are definitions from the Sanskrit language. And yoga means union. So, the union of this energy with the energy all around us. You can call it cosmic, you can call it divine, up to you, completely your choice. So, when this happens, when the energy within us is connected with the energy all around, we have this sense of peace, inner peace. So, Shimataji, this is the founder of Sage Yoga. She always said, how can you expect or how can you seek for peace outside unless you have peace within yourself? So, Sage Yoga meditation, what we do is we are trying to establish a sort of peace within us. And if you ask, like, I'm pretty sure the next question you're thinking is how? What is peace? How will you define peace? If you go and you're sitting at the beach or walking in grass, there is a time when you are not thinking about anything. I know it's a little hard to understand that concept, but it's basically a situation where there is a gap between two thoughts. So let's say right now I am thinking about something, but before my next thought comes in, I have a few seconds of gap. And intuitively, if you think about it, the gap within the gap that you have, that's when you are completely thoughtless. That means without thoughts and you're not thinking, but you are aware of what's happening around you. And that is absolute peace because you're not worried about the future, you're not worried about the past. Because any thought, no matter what, it is either about the future or about the past. It's never about the present because in the present you have no thoughts. And that is that time of peace, even if it's for a few milliseconds or for just a few seconds. Through Sahaja meditation, what happens is when this Kundalini energy is awakened and it's connected with the energy all around us, we try to increase that gap between a thought and a thought. So this is nothing forceful. It happens spontaneously, just by the name itself, Sahaja. And it's a spontaneous thing that happens within all of us. And just by the nature of us being human beings, we have this capacity to actually experience that state when you're not thinking about anything, but you are completely aware of what's happening all around you. And what more do you want if you are peaceful throughout your day? And so that's what Sage Yoga meditation is. In short, we're just trying to establish this state of thoughtless awareness when you're not thinking, but you know what's happening all around you. And again, this is very symbolic and very, it's you get an experience. It's just an experience. It's all about feeling. And just to go a little more into it, the energy centers that I was talking about. So the Kundalini it sits at the base of the spine, and we have these chakras or energy centers within us, and they all are located on our spine. And each of these energy centers, they have a quality unique to them. So, for instance, the throat, which is called the Vishuddhi chakra, this governs our all of the voice box, all of the organs surrounding this. So, our ears, nose, and throat, that's what the Vishuddhi chakra is responsible for that. Um, and again, this we will go deeper into all of these energy centers, but this is just an example. So, the Vishuddhi chakra, if there's also qualities associated with these chakras. So, for Vishuddhi, it's about diplomacy. It's about how you're trying not to be sarcastic or just the sweetness in the way you speak to others and how you make them feel. And we understand what these chakras do and how they are within us is by vibrations. And these vibrations are basically what we feel when the Kundalini energy is awakened within us. So ideally, it's a cool breeze that we feel on our hands. But if not, even any sensation means that the energy within you has started working. And the best part about Sage Yoga meditation is that it's uh, a, a self diagnosis and a self treatment. So the way that, and this is, there's no levels to this. It's not like someone started day one and then I am on like some years. Everybody does the same thing. It's the same meditation. So, when the Kundalini energy is awakened, the step that we're going to do now, self realization, is only for the first time. Then, after that, what happens is we meditate, we feel what is happening on our hands, and depending on that, we can decode because all the nerves, all the energy centers end up on our fingertips, on our toes, on the top of our head. So, we can decode and we can definitely go deeper into this. But just to give an overall view. So this energy center, this finger refers to the Vishuddhi chakra. So if I feel something interesting on one of those fingers, I know that maybe I was mean to someone today, or I probably said something that I regret, or I feel guilty about something. So this is what self-diagnosis is. And the self-treatment is you go and you work on that energy center. So when you meditate, you gain energy and then you give it back to these chakras. And you get this energy from the energy all around. So it's just like this cycle of self diagnosis, and then you can treat yourself, and then um, it all comes together. And what you achieve at the end is inner peace and a state of thoughtless awareness without stress. So, without any further ado, let's get started on the self realization. So for this, I would recommend sitting on the floor if possible. If not, you can sit on a chair. Also, I would recommend removing your shoes just because grounding helps. And again, in Sage Yoga, we use all the elements around us just because we're all a part and parcel of this universe. So we give energy and we take back energy too. So I would recommend doing that. And you can open your hands. You can put it on your lap. I prefer to keep it like this, but it is completely up to you. And it's just going to be a couple of steps. I will be guiding you through them, and then we can see how we feel after. So, just a quick overview about the steps. It is so we're talking to the mother Kundalini energy within us. So, this energy is kind of like a black box. It's been there all throughout our lives. There is no shame in talking to this energy within us. It is there within, always present. And what we're trying to do is just awaken this energy back and get that peace that we had maybe when we were children, or when we're in a situation that is stress free. We're going to talk to the energy, and what works this out, Sage Yoga, is the utmost desire to actually want to awaken the energy. So, if that's the biggest factor, and just enjoy. If there are thoughts coming in, that's completely fine. It's not going to be like on the first day you start meditating, you're completely thoughtless. Over time, the gap between two thoughts that I was mentioning keeps increasing. And that's what we do every single day in our meditation. We don't try to fight with the thought, we don't try to engage with the thought. All that we try to do is witness. So we witness the thought and we try to increase the gap. So without further ado, let's get started. For this step, it is for this self-realization, we're going to do a couple of steps. The first one is we're going to put our right hand. So every inside yoga, all the action is with our right hand. So we're going to use our right hand and we're going to put it on the left side of our heart. That's the first step. The second step is at the upper part of our abdomen. So upper part of our abdomen, then lower, and then back upper, and then back to our heart. And then on the left side, at the joint where the neck meets the shoulder, we can slightly bend, tilt our head to the right. And then on the forehead, and finally at the top of our head. So these are the couple of steps that we're going to go through. And yeah, so the experience is usually best felt when your eyes are closed, and try to follow along as much as possible. I will be saying some affirmations. If you don't completely agree with them, that's okay, but just try to witness. Just try to experience the feeling and have the desire for the energy within you to work. So let's close our eyes and we'll take a couple of deep breaths, and we'll take the breath, pause for a second, and so we'll inhale, pause for a second, and then exhale. So we'll inhale, pause for a second, try to put all the thoughts, everything that's bothering us, to that specific breath. and then we'll exhale. You can do this a couple of more times. So let's get started. So the first thing we do is we take our right hand and we put it on the left side of our heart. At all of these steps, we are just talking to the energy within us, the Mother Kundalini energy, which is sitting at the base of our spine. Let's question. Mother, who am I? Am I this mind? Am I this body? Am I this intellect? Mother Kundalini, who am I? We'll move our hand to the upper part of our abdomen. This is the center that governs our self-mastery. Mother, am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? We'll now move our hand to the lower part of our abdomen. This is the energy center for the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, do I have the pure knowledge? Mother Kundalini, am I self-aware? Let's answer this question now. Mother, I am self-aware because I have the pure knowledge. Now we'll move our hand back up to the upper abdomen where we were a couple of minutes ago. Here we'll answer that same question. Mother, I am my own master. I am my own teacher because I am self-aware. I have the pure knowledge, the knowledge about myself, the knowledge about my spiritual and physical being. We'll now move our hand back to our heart on the left side. Here we'll say, Mother, I am the pure spirit. I am completely self-aware. I am my own master. I'm not this mind. I'm not this body. I'm not this intellect. I am the pure spirit. We'll now move our hand to the joint between where the neck meets the shoulder. On the left side, we can slightly tilt our head to the right. This is the center where our guilt accumulates. Mother, Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. How can I be guilty if I am the pure spirit? You don't need to think of any specific incident or specific person. You can just say the statement as is. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. We'll now move our hand to our forehead. We can slightly bend our forehead forward. This is the center where all our thoughts accumulate. Again, without thinking of any specific person or incident, let's say the statements. Mother, I forgive. Mother, I forgive even those who have done harm to me. Mother, I am not guilty, and I forgive myself. We'll now move our hand and we'll stretch it slightly and put it on top of our head. And we can put a little bit pressure on our fontanel bone area. And we'll rotate clockwise. And each time we rotate, let's say the statement, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. We can continue this for 7 times. And once we're done, we can bring our hand back to our lap. And let's just stay in this state for a couple minutes and feel what's happening all around on the top of our head, on our hands, If we feel any sort of sensation, just observe what's happening. We can take our right hand and just put it a couple of inches above our head and move it up, down, left, right, backward, sideward, just to see if we're feeling any sort of cool breeze. We can do the same with our left hand. And then we'll slowly open our eyes whenever you're ready. So that was the self-realization. I hope you all felt something, even if it was not a cool breeze, but something on the top of your head or on your hands. Any sort of any sort of feeling is just an indication that the Kundalini energy within us has started working. And this is really a great accomplishment because once the energy within us is working, the energy tells us what's happening within our body. And this keeps changing every minute, every second, everything is always changing. And this is just another way of being self-aware. So now let's do a small technique, which is called balancing. So balancing is basically a way of just staying in the center channel. So in Sahaja Yoga, we have three channels, which is the left, right, and the center. The left channel indicates or represents the past, and it is the moon channel. On the other hand, the right channel represents the sun, which is the future. So when we are sitting in meditation, we feel sometimes warm or heaviness on one of these energy centers. And the way to fix that, or the way to feel or establish the cool breeze, is by doing this technique called balancing. So what we do is we give away, and we feel this heaviness is because there is excess energy on one side. Let's say a person who's extremely ambitious, who is overthinking, they tend to have more heat accumulated on their right side. So that's the self-diagnosis part of it. And then the way we can treat ourselves is by doing these different balancing techniques. And this is just one of the many techniques that we have. So let's get started with the balancing. What we're going to do is for clearing out the left channel, we're going to keep our left hand on our lap. And then the right hand, if you're sitting on the floor, you can put it on the ground facing down. Or if you're sitting on a chair, if you're sitting on the ground, you can put it facing down. And if you're sitting on a chair, you can just let it loose. And then for the right channel, what we're going to do is we're going to put our right hand on our lap and the left hand towards the sky, palm facing towards you. So again, we'll close our eyes and we'll just feel what's happening. Just for a couple of seconds, what's happening on our hands? What's happening on our fingertips? Are we feeling something heavy, cool, tingling, pinching, any sensation, anything at all? Just keep track of that. We'll now clear our left channel, which is taking our right hand down to the floor if you're sitting on the ground, or just letting it loose if you're sitting on a chair, and the left hand on your lap. Here we'll request the Mother Kundalini. Mother, please remove all the excess energy on my left channel. Please remove all the lethargy, all the anxiety, all uneasiness, and take it into the Mother Earth, the ground element. We'll slowly feel what's happening. Mother Kundalini, please remove all the thoughts of my past that are stopping me from being in balance. We'll now clear the right channel. So we'll put our right hand on our lap, the left hand towards the sky, palm facing towards you. Here we'll request the Mother Kundalini. Mother, please take away all the excess energy, all the excess heat, all the overactivity from my right channel into the ether, into the sky. Please free me from all the thoughts of the future. Please keep me in balance so I enjoy the present moment. We'll bring our hand back to our lap. We'll just stay in this state for a minute and feel what's happening on both our hands, on the top of our head. How do we feel? If we feel better, if we feel worse, what exactly is happening? I'm going to play music for a couple of minutes because it enhances the thoughtless awareness experience. I hope you could feel a difference from after we did the self-realization and after the balancing. So even today, like after 15 years of doing said yoga meditation, this is what meditation is. We wake up. So I meditate twice a day. I wake up and I feel what's happening on my hands. It's just similar to what we did a couple of minutes ago, where just feeling what's happening on our hand, on my hand. If there's one specific energy center that is catching, or there is one specific channel that it's heavier. Maybe I thought too much about studying, so my right side gets heavier. Or maybe I felt a little sad or I was upset about something, then my left side gets heavier. So these vibrations, they're constantly changing, and every day is new. Every day you feel a little different. Every day you have something different to meditate on. So that's how meditation works, where we wake up and just 10 or 15 minutes a day is great to start with, and do it like once or twice a day, just however you feel like. Ideally, when you wake up in the morning, so you balance out your left and right, and you start your day starting off in the center central channel, and then you end your day meditating again, ending it in the central channel. So that's how meditation works. You don't have to do the self realization, all those steps that we went through. We don't have to do that every single day. Just this balancing and other techniques as we go through, we'll keep learning. And that's basically about Saj Yoga. And so today's the seventh week. So we are going to focus on the seventh energy center, which is the Sahasrara chakra, which is on the top of our head. So, this energy center, some of the qualities associated with it are integration and becoming a complete and a whole personality. So, when this Kundalini pierces through or goes through all of these energy centers at the Sahasrara, it integrates all the qualities, all the energy centers, all everything at that specific point. So, it's a very important channel and a very important chakra that we have to focus on. So, today we're going to meditate on the Sahasrara chakra. This is, even though it's the most important one, it is relatively simple. We are going to use our hands for this. What we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the energy centers. We're going to use our hand and just symbolically raise everything. And then we can do it thrice. So from the Muladhara, which is at the base of our spine, we can just slowly raise. We can do it 2 more times. And as we're raising, we'll try to feel our Kundalini energy going through all of these energy centers. We'll bring our hands back to our lap. And now let's just meditate on the Sahasrara chakra. So we'll close our eyes and we can put our hand on the top of our head just to put some pressure so we know that our attention stays there. And then we can put it back. Here we're going to talk to our Mother Kundalini energy. Mother, please make me an integrated person. Please help me be in the state of thoughtless awareness and experience inner peace. Let's just try to be in this state for a few more minutes. I'm going to play some music just because music helps with stabilizing the attention more. So I hope you were able to feel a lot more better and a lot more calm and peaceful after the session today. So basically, if you want to meditate at your own time, at your own pace, you can do it any single time, anywhere, any place. All you need is just your hands and a quiet place. So the way that you, it's completely your choice. Serge is all about the free will that you have, and it is completely flexible. You can do um, meditation as soon as you wake up, in the middle of the day, before you go to sleep, just as per your convenience and however long you prefer to do it. Thank you so much again for joining, and please, for more information, visit our website. Thanks a lot. I hope you all have a great evening.